Your next comedian is very funny and from Sacramento. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Rice.
Thanks, Paco. So a little bit about me, you guys. I was voted most likely to succeed at my high school. Yeah. In a class of 32 in rural North Dakota. What my classmates didn't know, because I was the only one not born and raised there, what they didn't know about me is when in first grade they asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I'd like to be a police officer, please. And she was like, Ben, that's adorable. Why do you want to be a police officer? With my first grade, I said, because they don't die. She was like, no, Ben, cops die like all the time. I'm like, never mind. I'd like to be a firefighter, thank you. Ben, that's adorable. Why do you want to be a firefighter? Because they don't die. I'm like, no, Ben, firefighters also die. Probably more than cops, we're going to be honest about it. They probably die more than cops. And I was like, then I'd like to be nothing. I don't understand the point of getting a job if I don't get to be immortal. I don't want to be anything. And I was voted most likely to succeed. Yeah. Now I'm 32 years old, I do stand-up comedy, and in a good month, I make like $20 and get 3 or 4 free beers. But they also live in North Dakota, so I win. Most successful. Most. I actually do have a day job. I hate it. Who here hates their job? Yeah. I hate my job. My favorite thing to do at work is to complain about work. Every time you do that, there's always some asshole comes up like, hey man, you should just be happy you have a job. And that guy doesn't understand how happiness works. Like, no man, you don't get it. I'm gonna drink myself to sleep to avoid the nightmares we're gonna have by coming back here in the morning. This job's terrible. But one nice thing about the job, it does pay pretty well. It pays enough. I recently bought a Prius. A used Prius, don't get too excited. A used Prius. I bought it not because I care, but because I do stand-up comedy. And like I said, there's not a lot of money in it, so I gotta cut corners wherever I can. But I feel like I'm gonna meet the girl of my dreams by accident, so I got this Prius. I'm gonna be cruising down the road, she's gonna see me, she's like, oh damn, that guy drives a Prius? He cares about the environment, that's very attractive to me in a person. I think I'd like to go on a date with this person. Oh shit, is that a used Prius? He's financially responsible, he paid exactly what it's worth. He lost no money when he drove the lot. This is gonna be amazing. We're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids. He's great, we're gonna have a house and kids. It's gonna be perfect. And you guys, I'm gonna fall in love with her too. We're gonna get married, that's right. I'm gonna get down on one knee and be like, babe, before it was you and me, it's just me. Then, it was me in this car. But baby, that was pre-us. No, I know. It's a long way to go for a shitty Prius pun. I agree. Was it worth it? I think happily married with that joke. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely worth it. Guys, we're gonna get married and we're gonna have a ton of kids. A ton of kids. We're gonna buy that house. Like, I'm gonna have so many kids like when you see a Mormon family at the grocery store. And you're like, damn dude, leave that girl alone. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. We're gonna buy a house. We're gonna have so many kids, I gotta make additions to the house. I'm gonna cut down all the trees and all the forests in the world to build this house. I'm gonna get a fleet of minivans, use up all the oil in the world. We're gonna eat all the food, you guys. You don't get to eat. You don't get to eat. Your friends and family don't get to eat. Everyone you love at the door is dead. My family's gotta eat. Because I can buy this Prius for the environment. I bought it for comedy. Which, by the way, I would no longer do in this scenario, because you're in love, you don't get to have dreams anymore. I'm gonna go back to my shitty day job, and I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be the best part of my day, get away from those monsters for a few hours. I'm gonna hear people at work complaining about work. I'm gonna butt right in like, hey man, you should just be happy you have a job. I'm gonna become everything I hate because I got this goddamn Prius. Oh my god, it's gonna be the worst. Do you guys remember, back in the 80s we blamed bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden for teenage suicide? Yeah! When in the 90s we blamed bands like Marilyn Manson and Rammstein for high school shootings? Yeah. Why don't we ever blame classic rock for car accidents? Why does that never happen? Like when you're in your car driving, you got some tunes on, usually you're just kind of humming along or nothing. Well, then that one song comes on, right? And you lose your goddamn mind. You're not even paying attention anymore. You're just like, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights. People! Ah! All right, guys, that's it for me. My name is Ben Rice. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much.
Ben Rice, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Rice.